Welcome to This Week in East Brunswick. Today we're heading up to East Brunswick High School, where the girls' volleyball team had a busy week. First, we'll check out their senior night as they recognize and honor the graduating senior players and managers for the commitment and dedication to the team. And we stay with the volleyball squad as we put on our pink for the annual Volley for a Cure game, played to raise awareness and funds for breast cancer research. Halloween is just around the corner, and we've got tips on how to stay safe while trick-or-treating in this month's segment of Street Smart. Plus, we'll take a look at some Halloween-inspired events around town as we stop by the Chestnut Hill Cemetery for the annual Candlelight Tour and historical reenactment. Then we head up to the 4-H Haunted House, taking place every weekend throughout the month on Cranberry Road. All this, plus we have a special in our schools as Bowne Munro Elementary School celebrates their 60th anniversary. And we'll end at East Brunswick Public Library, where the East Brunswick Roots Project wrapped up with a performance and presentation on the origins of salsa music. So stay with us. This Week in East Brunswick starts now.
Okay, it's senior night here in the gymnasium, and it's volleyball. It's a big red division matchup with the Bears taking on the Old Bridge Knights. Danielle, big game for us for seeding purposes and to get some momentum. What's your thoughts about today's game?
I'm excited. I think we're going to do great. We're all playing really well and we're really getting along, and I love it.
Now, you and I were talking just a little while ago about how quick everything went. Tell the audience how fast it went and what's your feelings about maybe one of your last home games here?
Well, yesterday I was a freshman, now I'm a senior, so it's like, where did time go? So, it's sad to think this is my last time possibly playing here, but it's also the start of something great, so I'm excited.
And we got the big pink out game coming up on Thursday. Tell me what the girls have been doing and what's planned and what's it all about.
What we're doing is raising money to help find a cure for breast cancer, and we're all really excited because we've been going out to the stores and we've gotten all this pink stuff, and we're going to deck the whole gym out in pink, and we're just going to have fun, have a friendly game between Mother Seton, and it's just going to be great because it's for a great cause.
And now let's meet our senior players and managers for the girls varsity volleyball team. Danielle Balsamo, Tiffany Fong, Jessica Moy, and manager Abby Fenn.
Another big night here at East Brunswick High School. It's Volley for a Cure. It's volleyball, and the Bears taking on the Mother Seton team, which is an outstanding program. But more importantly, we're here for cancer and finding a cure for it. This is our third or fourth year we're doing this, and to tell us all about it, because he started it a few years ago when he was the head coach, Mr. Greg Rutz. Greg, thank you for everything you've done in the past about this.
Thanks. The idea of this started. We played Westfield in their breast cancer game, and between that and a senior we had in 2010, Emery Childs, her mother went through breast cancer, and that was what really was the push to start this event. And it's only gotten better year after year.
Absolutely, and just try to tell us how much work is involved. How many man hours do you think you put in?
It's probably 100, 150 a season. Other schools, the Booster Club does a lot of the work. Here, Coach Melissa Strauss and myself have done the majority of the work, prepping for it, organizing a lot of the stuff, but you have to give a ton of credit to the parents and the players who go out and raise money and get kids here, and it's fantastic.
Well, it's just great. You had the foresight to start that years ago. Every year it gets better and better, and we're going to do this some other sports too. So again, thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to see it's only getting better. The money goes to a great cause.
Now I'm with Donna Zimmerman, who's the president of the Girls Booster Club and who's the main cog behind this well-oiled machine tonight. Donna, tell us about all the work and when did you start planning it?
We started planning when the girls were doing summer league, and they all came to me and they all wanted to do the Volley for the Cure again. So we organized it with Mother Seton, and we got the teams together, and we've been planning it ever since. The girls really enjoy it, the parents enjoy it, and it's for a great cause.
Outstanding number of gifts out there. How'd that all come about? The baskets. How do you guys go about getting that?
Well, what we do is we solicit the business, local business, to see what they would be willing to donate, and we give them, they can. It's a write-off for them. So and they donate the baskets. Parents will donate baskets, and we get the girls in groups. They come up with themes, and that's how the baskets become.
Now, I've had the privilege of knowing you the last couple of months. You're a very humble person, and I appreciate everything you do, and I know you do most of the work. But would you like to give a shout-out to some of the other people who are responsible?
Oh, yes, definitely. Deb Kuzminer, she helped me tremendously. Helene Balsamo, Barbara Stenowelzik. Yes, Barbara. We'll just say Barbara. She's fantastic. And Harv Moy, who did our website this year and did a lot of great work for us. So, yeah, we have a lot of great parents.
Okay, just like any other event of this magnitude, you're probably planning already for next year. How are we going to make this bigger and better?
I don't know. I'm going to have to think about that one because it is pretty good this year. We have a lot of great baskets. We had a lot of great participation. And so hopefully more people, we'll do our best.
Well, I'm sure it will be, especially with you behind everything. And I thank you on behalf of everyone involved with the cancer group. We thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Welcome to Chestnut Hill Cemetery. This is the annual Historic Cemetery Tour that's sponsored by the East Brunswick Museum. It's an opportunity to walk through the cemetery and meet first-person reenactors that portray area residents from the 1800s, and an opportunity to learn about their stories and about their history. This is a historic cemetery that dates back to 1863. That's when Chestnut Hill Cemetery was founded, even though there are burials here that are earlier. Some of the earliest stones that we've been able to document date from the 1830s, and they were individuals that had been buried elsewhere on family farms or on other plots in the surrounding area, and were simply relocated here once the cemetery opened. It's rather picturesque when the landscape was part of the design concept. And very popular with cemeteries from the 1800s. These were cemeteries that were part of the garden cemetery movement. They were designed with the landscape in mind. And it has nice rolling terrain. And when you get to the top of Chestnut Hill, you can overlook the communities. There's this wonderful panoramic view of the surrounding communities. The tour benefits the East Brunswick Museum, which is located in the township's historic district. It's a building that was built in 1862 and houses a collection of artifacts that tells the story of East Brunswick Township. The reenactors on the tour research the particular individual that they're portraying, and we have reproduction photographs of those peoples and other artifacts associated with them that are part of the tour. So we hope that you enjoy the tour and you get an opportunity to meet some of the reenactors and learn about the history of East Brunswick.
Portraying Henrietta Wright. I've been doing the reenactments for about eight or 9 years. I think that it's a great fundraiser for the East Brunswick Museum. It also raises awareness in the community that the East Brunswick Museum exists and is there. It's very educational, I think. The residents come in the spirit of the Halloween era, but they wind up getting educated at each of the tables and getting to see and touch the artifacts that were actually used in the 1800s. So I think it's exciting for the neighborhood, for the kids, as well as being a great fundraiser. This is the home that Henrietta Wright and her mother lived in. This is the home, what it looks like today. It's still standing. It's on Cosman Street in East Brunswick, where there are many historic homes standing in that area of the town. Henrietta's mother was murdered in her home, and this is the Board of Chosen Freeholders back then offered a $500 reward for the capture of whoever committed this crime. They were never able to arrest anyone on the charge. And this is, after she passed away, there was no more family, and the township auctioned all of her personal property. And so this is the notification of auction from October 7th, 1906.
My title is Sarah Chittick this year, and she is a school teacher of a one-room schoolhouse in the Ober section of East Brunswick. I was born in 1834. My grandson was actually in the 1920s was Murray Chittick, whom the Chittick School is named after. Her life is interesting for the fact that in 1881 only women were paid $300 less than male teachers. They were paid a total of $350, while male teachers were paid $650. And it would be very interesting to see how teaching then as a teaching now would be.
I'm playing a World War I veteran, James Ellsworth Sylvester, who died from influenza, which is called the Spanish flu, a veteran. He lived over the hill in the East Brunswick Village Museum. He was born here in 1893. And what makes him interesting is that we must remember the veterans who served our country. Some of the artifacts that we have here are a World War I gas mask that was issued during World War I. We have other items that were helped in the war effort, which would be from the Red Cross, the bandages from Johnson & Johnson, which is a local producer of these items. Other items that were given out during World War I were coffee, records, and books.
So this event helps preserve the history of East Brunswick Township by bringing people into the cemetery during a time of year when cemeteries are often portrayed as spooky and scary places, but bringing people into the cemetery and giving them an educational tour about the people that once lived in East Brunswick and the ability to tell those stories to the participants that go on the tour.
I think it impacts the community in a positive way. Anytime that there's a gathering and community interest, we have groups that come through here. I've seen Girl Scout groups, Boy Scout groups. We also get a lot of volunteers that are not necessarily board members of the East Brunswick Museum, but volunteers that are interested, and it is a sense of community. The volunteering is not just today, it's a process, getting everything ready, and we have a great group of people working on it.
The Candlelight Tour is an annual event. In fact, we've been doing this tour for over 20 years, and it's usually held in mid-October over Saturday night and Sunday night. And for more information about our tours and about the events and programs that we have at the East Brunswick Museum, you can visit our website at eastbrunswickmuseum.org, or you can call us at 732-257-1508. We're open Saturdays and Sundays from 1:30 to 4, so if you get the opportunity, come and visit us.
Welcome to this edition of Street Smart. I'm Patrolman Craig Hoover of the East Brunswick Police Department's Project 18 Community Policing Unit. In this edition, we'll be providing parents and children some important Halloween safety tips. The East Brunswick Police Department encourages safety and supervision during the annual trick-or-treat season. It's especially important for parents to adhere to a few safety rules for their children while they are trick-or-treating. All children should plan their trick-or-treating routes ahead of time. Children who are unaccompanied by an adult should notify their parent or guardian of the planned route and try to trick-or-treat in groups of 3 or more. Regardless of your age, when planning the route, be sure to pick neighborhoods that are well lit if going out at night. Never cross the street from between parked cars, and if you wear a mask, take it off before crossing the street. Choose costumes that make it easy for you to walk and to be seen, and be sure your costume and shoes are appropriate and won't cause you to trip or fall. Fake knives, swords, and guns should be made from cardboard and other flexible materials to avoid accidental injury or worse, have them mistaken for the real thing. Most importantly, never go into the home or car of a stranger, even if you're invited in for a treat. If you plan on trick-or-treating during the evening hours, please remember that drivers have a hard time seeing people, especially at dusk. So use reflective tape on your costume if possible. If not, take a flashlight or other glow-in-the-dark device, which will allow you to both see and be seen. It is customary to only trick or treat at houses with the porch light on. However, while doing so, watch for open flames from jack-o'-lanterns as they can catch low-hanging costumes on fire. If trick-or-treating in the neighborhood is not your thing, seek out other events in your community, such as a Halloween block party or the increasingly popular trunk or treat event. Whatever the event you attend, set rules about not eating treats until kids get home. Parents, please be sure to inspect all treats before allowing kids to eat them. Candy that has been opened previously or looks tampered with should be thrown away immediately. Any homemade treats or fruit should be inspected closely or thrown away as well. As a homeowner, it is also important to ensure that your home is safe and accessible to trick-or-treaters. There are some very simple things that we can do to make an evening safe for everyone, such as turning on your porch light, moving jack-o'-lanterns or other objects off the porch where kids get bunched up if they are trick-or-treating in groups. Keep yard objects away from walkways or paths that could likely present a trip hazard. Drivers are also encouraged to remain vigilant and cautious when moving through the local streets on Halloween. You never know when an excited child may suddenly cross your path. Please encourage your children to have fun while being safe and report any suspicious or criminal activity to the police. I would like to personally thank Halloween Express, Route 18, East Brunswick, and the Lederman family for participating in this month's segment. On behalf of the East Brunswick Police Department, have a fun and safe Halloween, and remember to be street smart.
The Haunted House is a 4-H community service project, and the junior and teen council clubs put it together, and it raises money for our community service project called Project Gift, where we provide hundreds of families in Middlesex County with gifts for the holidays.
Last year we added a hayride to the events here, so we're growing and trying to get more and more events going. We've been doing the Haunted House for 14 years now, but this is definitely going to be our biggest year.
It's really fun. I love coming here so much.
Morning, everyone. I'm so excited to welcome you to our day-long celebration of the 60th anniversary of our wonderful school.
Today in our schools is here at Bowne Munro School. We're here with Principal Joyce Bowley and Board Member Kirk Philipsack for a very exciting event. Mrs. Bowley, can you tell us what's happening today?
Today we are so excited to be celebrating the 60th anniversary of our wonderful school.
Well, that is very exciting, 60th anniversary. And can you tell me the kinds of activities that will be going on today?
Well, this morning we're going to take a trip down memory lane with a slideshow with the history of our school dating back to 1954. And then the students will be coming up and sharing what they've made to celebrate the school's history. This afternoon, we're having a program called The Brain Show, which is a trivia game show, and all the trivia questions will have to do with the history of our school.
Good morning. My name is Laura Mary Bowne Barry. I'm very happy to be here with all of you today to help you celebrate the 60th anniversary of the dedication of your school. I came here today because I want you to understand how very special your school is. Now, it's not special because of the building. It's special because of all of you, all of your teachers, the staff, and your moms and dads. That's what makes this a great school. It's also special because of the women who it was named after, Miss Munro and Mrs. Mary Hurst Bowne. Now, Mary Bowne was my grandmother. I want to tell you a little bit about her. She was an educator. An educator means someone who was teaching. She really liked to teach. She furthered her own education by getting a master's degree. It was the first, but definitely not the last, East Brunswick teacher to obtain the master's degree. She loved kids. She only had one, and his name was Munro, Bowne, my father. And he was here 60 years ago when the school opened to help dedicate it. I hope that knowing a few things about one of the people for whom your school is named helps you understand how very special this place is. My grandmother helped create a tradition of excellence in East Brunswick schools. She would be proud that this tradition has continued through the hard work and dedication of the students, educators, staff, and parents of the school. I hope knowing that these few things will help you feel even more proud about your school and understand what a truly special place this is. Thank you.
And this evening, we invite the families in for Family Fun Night, where we'll have some wonderful activities planned to continue our celebration into the evening.
Well, that certainly sounds like a day full of wonderful celebrations for Bowne. And Mr. Philipsak, can you tell us, it's great to see you here at this activity and why you're here today?
As a board member, it's always great to see what's coming inside the schools. I always love the opportunity to see the administration and the principals and one of the great work that they do here at the school.
Thank you very much. And just one more question for Mrs. Bowley. That sounds like a lot of activities that you've planned, and who's responsible for those activities?
Well, today's event really is a collaboration between the staff, the students, the parents, and the PTA, and we have funding from the EBEF also. So it's really a community event.
Well, thank you very much, and that's just some of the wonderful things happening in our schools.
Please join us and sing happy birthday to Bowne Munro.
On Sunday, October 19th, the library hosted a lecture and performance on the origins of salsa among New York's Puerto Rican immigrants, which was the final program in the East Brunswick Roots Project, a year-long celebration of the national origins and cultures of our residents.
Well, he took a 2x4 stud, hollowed it out, and made a stud out of it. And here it is. Some people say that this little one sounds better than the big one. I don't know. I don't know as much as he does about this. But anyway, we're going to do the State Hour? Yeah. No? Okay. A lot of times, the folklore music from Puerto Rico is referred to as Jibaro music. Jibaro is a person from the country. That's a name that they were tagged with many, many years ago. Salsa dancing is taught by family. Years ago, now you can go anywhere, any dance studio, what have you, and take up salsa. The majority of New Yorkers or Puerto Ricans were taught at home, as you would imagine, by their parents or cousins or what have you. There was always music playing in the house. They started selling, recording young groups locally from Manhattan, the Bronx, or what have you. And they were selling these records out of cars. Going to the mom and pop record stores, record shops, you don't see them anymore. And trying to get a dollar for the recordings.
Thank you.